Hello students, and welcome to another InDesign tutorial. And in this tutorial we are going to show you how to go ahead and create your own senior ad by using Photoshop. Not only can you create a senior ad, but you can create any photo text project on this template to give to someone. This particular ad was created by Cassidy Tom for her sister, and she did a couple of things where she used and combined Photoshop and InDesign using the strengths of both programs to create this great senior ad. Now, obviously you're not going to exactly mimic Cassidy's ad, but you're going to create your own using the different techniques and tools in InDesign and Photoshop. We're going to create a background in Photoshop, and you're going to place photos and use stroke lines and drop shadows and bevel and emboss tools and create different fonts for this particular project. So let's get started, and let me show you the example. So what you're going to do is you're going to open the Photoshop template, and you're going to create a background in Photoshop, which you already know how to do. So I won't go through those step-by-step instructions, but after that you're going to go ahead and you are going to open the InDesign template, and I have the half-page senior ad template open here, so you can go ahead and get started designing once you've created that background. Remember, all of your text needs to be within this pink line, because for anything printed you need to have margins, and even when you design in Photoshop it is important to have margins, otherwise things will cut off if they are going to be printed in another venue other than on the web. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we are going to file, place, and we're going to place that PSD in InDesign, and you can place it like this. I didn't need to create a box, and it placed it perfectly because it was sized perfectly, and you use that template to do that as well. So the next thing I want to do is I want to lock this in place because I don't want it to affect anything else that I'm going to do in InDesign. And then the very next thing I want to do is I'm going to just Control C, and I'm going to copy these picture frames. I made two, Control V, I made two frames where I'm going to place the pictures. And we're going to File, Place, and I'm going to place the first one, and then I'm also going cancel, and then I'm going to make sure I'm on the black arrow, and I'm going to place the second one. So it's File, Place, and we'll place this one. Okay. So I'm going to just drag down these pictures. You know, you can see my pictures look a little bit different than Cassidy's in the size-wise, and you can change them, and yours may come out huge, and you may only see part of Haley's hair or part of whatever is going on. And if you do File and Fitting and Fill Frame proportionally, it goes ahead and it adjusts that picture to your frame, and you want to make sure that your frame is always up against the picture, and you can take it in over here or take it out and then move it. So those are the two pictures that we're going to use. I'm just going to make my ad just a little bit different than Cassidy's, just so I can show you how to do everything. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to the effects panel, and you're going to put a drop shadow on. We're going to just keep it. You can change the color of it as well, but we're just going to keep it black, and we're going to put a drop shadow on it. We're also going to put a pink stroke line around the picture, but if you look, I don't have any colors that match it. So what I want to do over here is go on my eyedropper tool, and I want to click it, and okay, sometimes you have to click on and off. So we're on the black arrow, we're going to go on the eyedropper tool, and maybe I have to unlock let me unlock all objects on the spread. So objects, unlock all on the spread, and then let's see, with if I can get this eyedropper tool here to work. The hard thing is that there it is. So you may need to unlock all your objects on the spread, and then I want to go back and I want to just lock that again so it doesn't go anywhere. And you can see I have that nice pink color in the background, and I want to add a swatch. So I go New Color Swatch, and it automatically comes up, and I hit OK. And then I'm going to go back to my black selection tool, and I'm going to put that pretty pink swatch as a stroke line. I'm going to do a 2-point stroke line around each picture so you can see it. It's a little bit larger than I would like to use, but this way you'll be able to see it. If I zoom in on these pictures, you can see that there's the picture and there's the pink stroke line. I'm going to zoom back out. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to just put 2 simple effects. We're going to put that drop shadow on, hit OK, and then we're also going to put on the effects panel an inner glow and hit OK. And we want to put them on both pictures. Alright, so effects panel, inner glow, and also drop shadow. So we're going to go back and put a drop shadow on this as well. And the other thing is, like, this is a really nice picture of Haley, but I don't like how it's subject positioned here. I want it to be a little bit more prominent. It's still subject positioned, but where she is taking up most of the frame. The easiest thing for me to do is, because if I click with the white arrow, you can see that there's some room over there. So I'm going to just move this picture over just a little bit more. She's still subject positioned, but she is a little bit more prominent. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create this rectangle box, and because I already had my color text highlighted, it'll be there, and then I'm going to create a text box, and I'm going to just put congratulations Haley, and love. Oh, I need to make it bigger because the text, you can see, disappeared on me. And I'm going to just sign love your family, right? Okay. And I'm going to make this the size of the text box. And then I'm going to go on the text tool and I'm going to center this text. I'm not going to justify center, which is this, but I'm going to just center that. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to highlight that first font, and I don't want it to be Minion Pro. I just want to change the congratulations something different that I like. So I'm just going to pick any font. I like Rage Italic a lot, and I'm going to make it about 36 is a little too big. So I'm going to make it 18 point, maybe a little bit more, maybe 24, because that looks great. Now you can change love your family. I can change that to another font. I'm just going to pick something kind of, that's a little small. I'm going to see if I can find a font that is, that's actually not too bad. That's cursive. So I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, so 24 point, so you can see. And you can do really anything with that and write your text and change your text. Now, if your text would be in the back, I'm going to highlight the text box and I'm going to go to Object, Arrange, Send to Back, and then the text is gone. So I'm going to go to Object, Arrange, and Bring to Front. That's how you change the objects on the senior ad. And the last thing that I want to do is to highlight this text frame, and I want to put a bevel and emboss on it. So I want to go back to my effects panel, and I want to go to bevel and emboss, and I'm going to just keep the default bevel and emboss on there, and there you have it. And you can do whatever you want. Good luck in your design, and I hope you enjoy making your own senior ad or creative project for someone else. But before I go, I want to leave you with Cassidy's design so you can go ahead and look at it if you would like to make your design somewhat similar to her and remember all of the different effects that she used. So I'm going to leave this up for another 5 seconds just so you can see.